big air compressors, little air compressors. Today we're going to talk about the Milwaukee portable M12 compressor. Is it good? Let's check it out. What's going on, guys? Matt over here, Lethal Garage, and today I want to talk about a tool that I don't use all the time, but when I need it, it's nice. Now, as you guys know, I have quite a few cars these days. I got 6th gen Camaro, I got my truck, got the Bourbon, got a trailer, got the 2nd gen, which is coming along, but they all run on tires, or at least they all have tires per se. And I'm filling them up constantly, whether it's, because of weather, it's getting too hot, too cold, and I have to adjust the tire pressure, whether I'm towing something and having to adjust the pressure in the rear tires to get full load, full max load on that. I do that all the time in the truck and the Suburban, and then I air them out a little bit so the truck rides a little bit better because it is on a lift kit. In this instance, also, my Camaro, we go to the drag strip all the time. When I load it up, I have the tires fully pressured up so that way we can open the door and clear the fender. But when we're at the track, we're always letting air pressure out down to 16, 15 PSI, and we can't get the car back on the trailer and open the door, so I have to pump the tires back up. Seems like small potatoes, but it's just the little things that you'd like to have a compressor for. And in most cases, I had a pancake compressor that I actually just traded away for a Craftsman. I think this is like what, 2.5 or 5 gallon tank, whatever, or no, 25 gallon tank. I can't even read. It says 25 gallon, 5 horsepower. And I mean, this is a great little compressor. It works, it fills up quick, it does what I need it to do, but I'm not taking that to the track, and it's a little cumbersome to roll out. And I do have a long cable, so I could drag it out to the street or to the rear tires of the truck, but it's a pain in the butt rolling that up, getting it out, all that stuff. And I don't want to throw this in the back of the truck. I used to throw my pancake compressor in the back of the truck. I'd have it full of air, so when I got to the track and everything, I could just fill up the tires. Now, you guys have probably seen a lot of those like portable plug into your cigarette lighter pumps and stuff like that. And I mean, they're okay and they're pretty inexpensive, but they're really not that great. They're not. They come with tons of little adapters and stuff. You always end up losing them, and they don't have the pressure. It takes forever. I'm not a fan of them. I've had them in my truck. I've had them in the Bourbon. I've had them in things, and it's just, yeah. And I don't like the whole 12 volt thing, and it's just cables everywhere. It's not pretty. And maybe that's being nitpicky, but that's just me. I don't like that. I want something simple, something that's going to work, and something that's going to get the job done. Now this has been on the market for a while. So this is the Milwaukee M12. I don't even know what the official name. Compact Inflator. That's what we're calling this. So this little device runs off an M12 battery. And if you're like me, you have wrong drawer. You have quite a few Milwaukee products. So I have my saw, I have my impacts, I have my big saw, I have my little ratchet, lots of stuff. And it's nice to make use of the batteries across multiple tools instead of having 10 different tools using 10 different batteries and all that greatness. And in this instance, this was one of those things that I'm like, you know what? I saw it on Amazon. I marked it on my gift list for Christmas, and I was like, you know what? It would be really nice to have that. And I was reading a ton of reviews, and people just really like it. And it's really compact, so it's not too big. It will fit in the back underseat of my truck or the Suburban, and it's a portable inflator. And it's not just for your tires. It has a couple different adapters, so if you want to blow up a ball or you want to blow up a small, maybe a blow-up bed or something like that. I don't know how well it would work on one of those ginormous blow-up beds. Probably take a while. But as far as smaller items, such as balls, such as tires, etc., this thing is going to work like a champ. It has a pretty decently long hose, as you can see. And I don't need an adapter for it to work with my tires. This thing literally screws on, and it makes it really easy. Why? Well, here, let's slide the battery in. So to power this bad boy, it is an M12 battery. You literally just, and I have that the wrong way because I fail. So you slide your battery, click it in, you turn it on, and it's going to give you a little bit of information. One, you're going to have your battery. Two, this is your pressure, so you can set what pressure you want it to blow up to. And this is the feature I love about this that I'm sure some of other aftermarket products have, but this one, it has it. I love it. It's one of the reasons why I liked it. And again, because I have so many Milwaukee batteries and tools, it just made sense to get this one instead of another one with a different battery and all that stuff. So basically you set the pressure you want. And here, we'll check the pressure on the front tire of my 6th gen Camaro. So I want the front tires at 35 PSI. They're a 6-inch tire, it's pretty small. And we'll go over here. So I got my stud. Just unscrew the cap. Screw this bad boy in, maybe, if I can line it up. All one-handed operation, right? So we could see the front tires at 33.5 PSI. We can adjust it on the fly if we want. Obviously, this is the power button to turn it on and off. When you do turn it off, it does reset it. I wonder if you hold the button, if it goes, oh, it does go by 5, so that's nice. So we want 35 PSI on this bad boy. So once you have it all set, you push the button. And bam, 35 PSI. Now keep in mind, this is not a full-size tire. This is a 6-inch skinny. So it doesn't take much to fill it up. So we get this one filled up. That's pretty cool. Let's go try let's try the rear tire. That's a full 275 Pro, and I believe they're like at 15, 16 pounds. I'm gonna be honest, I already filled that one up. So I'm gonna go ahead, take this over. I don't run a lot of pressure on these tires because I like traction. The car makes a lot of power. So let's get the camera set up. So we have that screwed on. Now that rear tire is at 18 PSI. I don't know why they're so out of whack, but we'll go down. We're gonna go to 22 and we'll let this fill up. And I'm gonna go fast motion here because it will take a little bit. So that took 48 seconds. Sorry, I did fast motion there, but 48 seconds isn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't really that much more PSI, but now I know my tire is exactly where I want it. And the coolest part about it is I love that you could set it and forget it. Like literally you can hook it up and you can walk away and come back to a tire that's filled up. Now, I guess the only time that wouldn't be an accurate statement is if the battery was low and it ran out of batteries. Now, tires is just one of the things that this product can blow up. Obviously, it comes with an adapter to blow up balls. I found an old soccer ball that my kids had in the backyard. Literally, you just take the adapter that's on the back side of it, you screw it in there. You can then push it right into the soccer ball, and if you turn it in, it will, I don't know if it will register the pressure or not until you actually blow it up. But we know this ball, it clearly states 8.5 to 11.5 PSI, so we'll go to 11. Then we'll blow it up. Now that's interesting. The PSI reading, I don't know if it's is accurate with this adapter as it would be. It was showing 11. It wasn't changing as it was blowing up, so I would say this is not a good accurate reading for your kid's soccer ball. But it did blow it up. I mean, if anything, but the pressure side of things, it's not reading what the pressure is off of this adapter, which is kind of weird, but I don't know, maybe there's a reason for it. So get rid of the soccer ball. Now, this is just like one of those open-ended adapters, so it has a larger hole on it, and if you want it to blow, you just, I mean, it is putting out some air. So it is putting out some air, but if you had a large item to blow up, it's going to take a while. The Milwaukee Compact Inflator. Overall, I mean, it does include the ball inflation needle, the Presta chuck, the Schrader truck, and the inflator nozzle. The biggest thing to take away from this is if you have a tire that needs to be topped off, or if you need to fill up a tire, whether it's a trailer, truck, or anything, like I went around my truck and the Suburban and filled up and topped off all the tires, and it was just nice because one, I didn't have to stay there the whole time, like with a typical air compressor. You know, a typical air compressor, you got to go over, you got to hold it there the whole time, bend over, fill it up. This bad boy, I screwed it on. It told me my pressure. I told it the pressure I wanted it to go to, and it did it. And when it was done, I heard it cut off, and I was able to unscrew it, go to the next tire. Super easy. And I mean, even if your tire's down a lot and it does take 3-4 minutes to fill up one tire, that's probably the biggest complaint. It's not a super strong compressor in regards to being able to fill it up instantaneously, getting the job done instantaneously like a compressor can, like a bigger compressor with a bigger fill. Now, that being stated, you still are bending over at each tire, you're still hooking up, and these are small complaints. Now, but if this is something you want to avoid and you just want to walk over, grab this, screw it on, turn it on, bam, done. The other problem is power on the go. You know, whether you get the 12-volt small ones or you have this bad boy off your battery, you know, this thing is rated for 120 psi, and it takes a minute, they say, between, I think it's 28 and 35 psi to blow up a tire, and that's about accurate. But all that being stated, I think for what I want to use this tool for, and if you're out there thinking whether you ride bikes or you have case scenarios where you have drag tires and you're always filling them up, letting them out at the track, and you want to get them filled up to head home, or like me on my truck, always checking the tire pressure when hauling a trailer, especially on long road trips. I do once a year go across country, and so it's nice to be able to just pull this out at a gas station, screw them into all 4 tires, and just top them off if need be. So I like it. Now, in some instances, I don't know how this is gonna last long haul, but in every instance I've ever had online or even on the Milwaukee website reviews, they've always had a customer service representative that has come in and has helped them with their situation. So that's another huge thing with Milwaukee. They have great customer service. The other thing, just to highlight, and I didn't mention it when it was down on the ground filling up the trailer tire, or the tires to my car, the thing doesn't move. My pancake compressor, I would turn that thing on, and if it had to turn on, that thing vibrates and slides away. This one moves a little bit, but I have it likes to move that way. So since it's against the wall, it's not such a big deal. But yeah, either or. If you guys have checked these out before, let me know in the comments below. If you guys are looking for a small compressor that's compatible and you have Milwaukee tools, it's a pretty inexpensive to get into if you just get the unit without the battery. You are looking at about $100-ish bucks for the whole setup if you need a battery. So keep that in mind, or under $100 bucks, because I think this unit itself is about 50 some odd bucks, and then you can get the batteries, I think, for 30. So if you need the whole system, great. If you're like me and you have all the stuff, like I got batteries charging right now, actually, oh, this one just finished. So if you're like me and you have a couple batteries already and other tools that run, you're good. You're just good to go. So there you have it. That is the Milwaukee Inflator, compact inflator. I like it. I think it's going to suit all my needs. I'd love to know what you guys think below. If you guys are looking for the product, hit my Amazon associate link down below. If you guys are interested in any tools or any products that you want to buy on Amazon, clicking that link down below does support me and the channel. So hit that link, support the channel, and yeah, that's all I got. But until next time, guys, I do appreciate you checking out this video, and I hope to see you on the road.